Summit Township announced the development of a master plan to address the township's present and future growth. Following the announcement, the supervisors hosted 2 public workshops in order to give residents and property owners an opportunity to contribute their ideas. And joining us now to talk about the Summit Township Comprehensive Plan is Nathan Miller, Zoning Administrator for Summit Township. Nathan, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So let's recap for us. What led to the township's decision to upgrade the comprehensive plan?
Well, our last comprehensive plan was adopted in 2001, so 17 years have passed, and if anyone works in Summit Township or lives in Summit Township, they know a lot has changed in 17 years. The supervisors wanted to get out ahead of that and be proactive instead of reactive, look at how we've grown over the past 17 years and hear from residents regarding their thoughts on how we've grown and where they see us going in the future.
Well, let's talk about that, because like we said, you had a couple of meetings because you wanted to hear what people had to say, and you know, obviously they're the ones who live in Summit Township. What are some of the goals that were set by the township, maybe based on those recommendations?
Well, the main theme that came through the survey of residents and property owners is that they wanted to preserve the rural character of Summit Township. And a lot of people are familiar with the Summit based upon our commercial areas near I-90 and Peach Street and I-90 and 97, but there are a lot of areas in the township that are rural and currently farmed. And the residents were clear that they didn't want to see those areas disappear. So our comprehensive plan has 10 of the 11 recommendations are really focused on achieving that, encouraging growth where development has already occurred, and proposing infill redevelopment areas to allow even more dense development where development has already occurred, instituting a urban growth area and a rural resource area, and defining that boundary line, and instituting a municipal service boundary to help alleviate the pressure of sewer being ran in areas that we want to maintain as rural resource.
Boy, that sounds like a tricky task to meet, meeting progression with maintaining that farming feel. What's it going to take to execute this plan? It sounds kind of tough.
It's definitely going to take a lot of hard work on the part of the supervisors and township staff. But I really believe the plan is written in a very implementable fashion. It's written very clearly. It had a lot of community buy-in. Our steering committee of about 25 members had 100% buy-in on these recommendations. So we feel that as long as we pick the plan up on a daily basis and read it and take steps every day, every week, every month, that we will be able to accomplish it.
What are we looking at in terms of cost for this plan to be implemented?
Costs? The total cost has not calculated within the plan. A lot of the recommendations are updating ordinances, which the township should be doing anyway. So we have our consultants hired actually to move straight into our zoning ordinance and updating that ordinance to align with recommendations of the comprehensive plan. A lot of the costs associated too are involved with transportation aspects, and most of them are related to state roads, so it's heavily state funded and are handled through the Metropolitan Planning Organization.
Now, who can look at these plans? Is there a way for people to take a closer look?
Absolutely. That's actually the biggest reason that I'm here, is to let people know that our plan is in a 45-day public review process, or review period, and that period started last Friday and will run through August 6th. So we want people to know that we want to receive their input, we want them to read the plan, and that is available on our township website on the main web page, summittownship.com. It's also available in the Land Development and Zoning Office at the Township Building located at 1230 Town Hall Road West.
Okay, Nathan Miller, Zoning Administrator and Flood Plan Administrator for Summit Township. A lot of work ahead, and we thank you for sharing that information with us.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.